What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel, Craftivated. Today, I wanted to upload some gaming content, so I decided I would show you to my base. So, without further ado, welcome to FHD Hydroponics. Now, this is one of the first bases I've ever built, so I wanted to see what the limit was for uploading. And I reached it with this base. So the section we're in is kind of like my home section. It's got my bed, it's got a little workbench up here. This is more of an observatory. In the room down below here, I've got some experimental hydroponics. It's just a little chamber, really. And I have this because I realized I may need in the future extra hydroponics to make glass, and these plants will help with that. And here is my bedroom, and I am excited to have a nice and spacious queen size bed or double, and I've got lots of little trinkets and things and decoration as you know you would want in your home. I've got a nice couch or seat in here to watch my big screen TV, and I've also got a machine so I can make some food, and of course my desk, which mimics my real life setup here. So as we go outside, we reach one of our landing pads here. I've got two in this section, and you can probably already hear the tones coming from the local bar's jukebox. I decided I wanted some place where other pilots could grab a bite to eat or grab a drink. And this was the project I was working on when I ran out of blocks to use. This is when I reached my 3,000 limit. And I had to take some things away to make everything uniform. But I like it quite a bit. You know, we've got some hydroponics for decorations. Of course, a nice bar area with, you know, good representation of the species that have helped us along the way. And back behind the bar, we've got a food prep area, spigots for different drinks, kind of a cooler over here. And of course the food processors. So, you know, if you're in town, you can grab a seat, grab a drink, have a conversation with a resident that's here. So I wanted to keep things kind of uniform, so I used these wooden planks, because that's what I had available when I started building. I have since used almost everything I could get my hands on, and I've unlocked everything except that requiring Quicksilver. So we've got different supplies. I wanted to make it look like it is in use because I do use it, after all, for all of the things I can grow in hydroponics. So you see this massive, massive strip of solar panels, and it is what powers this entire facility. And it may not seem like I need that much, but, you know, this isn't a secret base, but it does have a few secrets. So we'll be getting to that a little bit later. This is our second landing pad, and it's got a few decorations like a appearance changer, and then kind of some odds and ends kind of tucked away here, away from the main facility. But if you take these steps behind our market trade here, you reach this barn. And I've got some plants growing, and oh god, it's just beautiful as far as you roam this planet. That's why I really tried originally to build essentially underground, but I ended up having to kind of come up here and decorate a little around my base. But it's just so beautiful up here. This is like one of the main reasons you play this game, is to find planets that look like this. So up here at the barn, I have a little section where we have some food and like growing plants that animals can eat. Typically, this harvester and feeder are ready for use. You just stick some pellets in here, and it will have this place covered in alien wildlife in no time. The inside of this is decorated as well. Hidden behind this are some guns in case there's ever a troublesome situation here, but I always carry a gun on myself. But this is really not meant to be too decorated. It is just our barn. So we can kind of travel back this way, and you see the landing pad that I keep my main ship on over here in the corner. I've got some tunes here as well, in case I want something to listen to while I'm picking my harvest here. This is my main fleet ship. It's the first exotic I found, and I've loved it ever since. So we, of course, have a water pump and some essential things stored around the facility that are needed for production, really. Oh, this is a little embarrassing. I've got my secret box kind of out here in the open. That's really for private use. I really should get that put away. And we have a furnace and, you know, a few supplies. But this is really the heart of the base. You can see this is where I first plopped down to make my base. And this was the main concept. It was just going to be a underground walkway where I grew everything I could need. Because I didn't want to have to travel around to get these items as I needed them. So FHD hydroponics was born. So the last little section is over here, and we have, you know, our teleporter and some storage here. This is for extra harvest and some hydroponic goods, some of the tradables at the end there. This is just my little workbench so I can keep an eye on the facility, and some supplies and things like that, a few extra plants. But there's also a little bit more behind the scenes. If you go right back this way, all of a sudden, our underground is revealed, and here is where I have the most hydroponics, and it is all, or mostly, it started out as entirely these nip buds. So we had nip buds, and I think if I harvest everything, it's about a little over 5 million. But it's not just nip buds. I have, you know, carbon that I can gather as well, and decorations everywhere. I tried to plant as much life as I could around the facility to make it kind of pop. I have some storage over here. You know, these are the best containers for nip. It keeps everything really fresh. I have containers for when I need to ship it out. I'm just going to kind of hop right back up here, and you'll see another section of nip buds. They're essentially all built very similar to this, and I was very proud when I finally added this fish tank, kind of tucked away as a reward if you make your way over this direction to see that. And I made sure to try my best to light everything up. It is a cave after all. These 2 or 4 round rooms are all full of batteries, and we've got some extra storage up there as well. I've kind of gone back and forth. I had once had the base perfectly balanced for energy. I mean, like, one single solar panel will make the difference, and now I think we're a little overkilled, but I didn't know when the build limit would end for me. This section is where I grow all of our various types of plants here. So these aren't in hydroponic production, but I have a nice display as well as some strange materials I've picked up from other planets along my travels. And this is everything I've ever found out there. I originally didn't even recognize I could grab things like these, but I've decorated with everything I have in this base, which is kind of like a nice memorial to what I've gotten done in the game here. And we have really just one more section over to the right here, and it has our last section of nip buds. And this cave beyond in all these directions, I've quite literally never explored, but this is the gist of the base, and I don't know if you were able to see it, but the last secret is tucked away back here, and that is my safe, my personal harvest of Nip Nip, a strain called Golden Vapor, and I just keep it around for every once in a while. I'll restock my box up top and, you know, enjoy the smells of some burning incense. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm very proud of this base. I'm very goal-oriented, and I had kind of traveled throughout this game doing my own thing and finally decided I wanted to make a base, but I'm very particular with the order and the way I do things, and I wanted this main screen to represent things that, you know, I've done in important bases with a purpose. And then everything beyond will eventually be the galaxies in order if I decide to take that leap. Now, I have exocrafts, which is exactly what it says. I just put all the exocrafts there in case I want to play with them. This is going to be another beautiful home one day. These are... Chronicle is up for debate, and Storm Center is my, I guess, more original first base, just not fully implemented. But that's all I had to show for you guys, so I hope you liked my FHD hydroponics base. I'm not really sure what content I want to make in the future. I do know that I want to play a lot of No Man's Sky. I've also had my eye on Path of Exile. But I think usually if I start an upload, I stick with it. So I might stick with No Man's Sky and see where we go. I just have to come up with some more video ideas. So comment down below if you like the base, or if you have an idea or something you want me to build, or, you know, information, or if you'd like to see me find exotic ships for you and reveal the planets. Fun fact, that planet that we were just on is actually home to a white squid exotic ship. So I'll share the base coordinates on the screen here, and you can go visit that planet if you would like to add that to your collection. I do have one in my collection in my squadron on my lead ship. So I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, and as always, be your very best. Michael out.